got my little hat on because it's cold outside today. But you know, my topic for today is, what do you think of these Uber Lyft type drivers? Because I know a lot of people who take them, but I seriously can't. Like, I think about it all the time. I'm like, I guess they're safe. But I don't know you. I just feel weird getting in someone's car I don't know.
It is cold today. I got my fuzzy hat on.
And then I asked myself, well, I guess it's no different than a taxi driver, right? We don't know taxi drivers, but we get in. I don't know. I think it's because a taxi driver works for a company building I can go to and complain if something goes wrong. I don't know. And maybe it's because all these Uber drivers suddenly need cameras. What is going on in the car that we need cameras now?
Uber, Lyft versus a taxi. I've tried both taxis and Ubers. I will say all of them have been for work travel. I've always been apprehensive about trying an Uber until I was out of state interviewing, and that was what was recommended to me. I'll say that all my taxi rides in the past have been absolutely filthy, dirty, stinky. I've needed a shower right afterwards. And after my taxi rides, my clothes would go straight into the laundry. Yeah, that's how bad I felt about every taxi ride I've ever experienced. And I've also had to wait a pretty long time for all my taxi rides. They're just, I'm never excited about them. Never.
I think the concept of Uber driving and Lyft driving is very fascinating. I just don't feel like I can do it, and I'm not sure why. My son does it, my niece does it. I know tons of people who say, yep, calling my Uber. And I'm like, you don't know anything about that Uber driver.
Now, although I've been apprehensive about the Ubers, what I'll say is they have been absolutely the fastest. In fact, one of the times I ordered an Uber, went to use a restroom, and it was waiting outside for me by the time I was out. And I didn't use the restroom for very long. I mean, it takes me longer to wash my hands, FYI. Also, what I do like about the Uber is it does allow you to see who your driver is in advance, as well as what type of car they're driving. Additionally, every single Uber has been extremely clean. The Uber drivers that I've experienced are, it's their side job. A lot of them are young and maybe early in their career. And all of them have been very pleasant experiences. The other nice thing about Uber is you have an opportunity to rate your driver and see their ratings in advance, where that's not really the case on a taxi.
I think I'm nervous that if I get in the vehicle with one of these people, I'll just come up missing. I don't know why, but I keep thinking that, like, some of you folks I know are slipping through the cracks. By the time they figure it out, I'm going to be missing somewhere. It's like those Craigslist killers. I don't know. I just don't know.
Now, some of the press on some of these Uber incidents that have gone really wrong have made me apprehensive. However, it's really not any different than the taxi situation, I feel. Also, I would never sit in the front of an Uber. I would always sit in the back, and I don't think I would ever sit next to someone I don't know. I've never had that experience, thank God. So in the future, I'll still stick to Uber most likely. Reason being is speediness, cleanliness of their cars, the ability to see who they are in advance and what car they're driving, and those ratings. And I've had the best experience with them, honestly.
So it's interesting. I've discovered through this convo about the Uber versus taxi that I don't take taxis either. So I think that's the problem. I don't like riding with people that I cannot trace. I don't know what it is. And the cleanliness is a big thing. That's one of the reasons I question the Uber, because I know a Lyft driver personally who their car is never clean. I don't know how they're a Lyft driver. What are their ratings?
I also do chat it up with my Uber drivers. It does make it somehow more personal, and it seems like a very personal type of service or transaction. I don't know. It feels better when you know a little bit about them and they know a little bit about you. There's that human element, right? I remember all of my Uber drivers and their stories. It's as if I worked with them for years instead of just spending a few minutes in a car ride.